Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally again with LearningNet.com, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Namecheap. If you're watching this Namecheap review, you're probably wondering if it's a good web hosting platform to create your next website. So basically, in this review, I just wanted to go over my personal take on it, my experience, and my opinion of what is Namecheap and how is it that you can utilize it to create your very own website or blog online today. Before I get started with this Namecheap review, I wanted to lay out just a few things that I think are extremely important, not only for Namecheap's sake, but for any web hosting platform that's online. And so, as you know, guys, whether you're a beginner or somebody who's more advanced online, there are a lot of web hosting providers out there online. There's Siteground, there's Bluehost, HostGator, HostMonster, iPage. I could go on and on and on about all the different types of web hosting providers that are out there. So basically, what I want to do in this particular review here is really just to highlight some positives. I'm also going to be honest and give you some negatives as well, as every web hosting provider out there online does have some negative aspects about them. And obviously, Namecheap is not the exception to that. And so I'm here to help you guys to determine if Namecheap is the ideal vehicle for you to create your website. Or if it's not, then hopefully I could give you some other options that'll work very well for you guys. So I've been online for several years, and I've been able to create several blogs and websites online. Um, with these blogs, I've used them mainly for like affiliate marketing, network marketing, and things of that nature. If you're watching this video, that's probably what you're doing or thinking about doing. And so I think that Namecheap, as well as many other web hosting providers out there, are ideal for it. And each web hosting provider has something for everybody. And so let's talk about Namecheap. What is it that Namecheap really offers? And how is it that they'll really fit into your actual business plan that you have, at stake? And so anyway, with Namecheap, they're primarily known for domain name sales. In fact, when I first got started with Namecheap, it was really not for the web hosting side of things, but for me personally, I was really into like just buying domains. And previously, I would buy them initially through GoDaddy, but I stopped buying them at GoDaddy for a number of reasons, not only for the cost, but just also customer service as well. And so I started and made a shift over to Namecheap. And as for buying domains itself, I haven't looked back at GoDaddy. I just buy all of the domains to date through Namecheap. One, because they're cheaper, and two, it's just easier to manage with the different blogs that I have online. And so Namecheap is primarily known for that. They really specialize, guys, in cheap domain sales. I mean, when you really compare like .coms, .nets, .orgs, and any other top-level domains, you'll find a drastic difference, a huge difference in pricing when you look at like Namecheap and also GoDaddy. I mean, just to give you an example, right now a .com domain at Namecheap costs you roughly about $8. $8. It can go maybe $10 tops, but $8 is really, where you can get it at $8.88. With change or whatever, but when you look at GoDaddy for the same .com domain, it'll probably run you $15. So again, you're saving on an average of $5 to $6, more or less, give or take. And that's just with .coms. Of course, with other TLDs, .nets and .orgs, those prices, vary as well. But on an average, when you really compare what really, drew my attention to Namecheap initially was the cheap, domain sales itself. So that's one thing that I definitely recommend with Namecheap. If you're looking to, build a business, create a website, buy your domains at Namecheap. I will leave some links right below for you guys. Take advantage of them because you will get a deep discount by using them, not only for domain purchases, but also for web hosting. And speaking about web hosting, what is it that Namecheap really offers for business owners and entrepreneurs? I'm not going to go over all of the plans that Namecheap offers, but they do offer shared web hosting. They do offer WordPress as well as reseller and VPS. different types of web hosting that Namecheap offers. For the purpose of this Namecheap review, I just wanted to hone in on really two, and that's the shared and WordPress hosting. Now, I'm assuming that if you want to create a website, you want to do it with WordPress. Everybody creates websites today with WordPress. That's just the best way to go about doing it. It's very easy, to configure things and add your plugins, your themes, and all those things. Of course, with Namecheap, they do have other CMS platforms like Drupal. There's also Joomla and all of those as well, But I think it's just best to stick with WordPress because it's just easier to manage and, very user-friendly even for beginners. So going back to the web hosting itself, Namecheap has shared web hosting and WordPress web hosting. There are a few things that you should know about their web hosting itself. Off back, I mean, when you compare it to other competitors or alternatives that are out there, something that you guys will notice is that it is extremely inexpensive. But there's some things that I wanted to highlight to you guys before you get started using Namecheap today. You'll notice off back that for your first year, this is just a shared hosting itself, just to give you guys an idea. And what I'll do is I'll go over it briefly and I'll tell you which one that I prefer and why. And then I'll also let you know how you can, take advantage of some discounts that I'll leave below for you guys after we finish up this review of Namecheap. So, what you'll notice off bat with the shared web hosting is this. There are 3 plans that you can choose from. There's a Stellar, the Stellar Plus, and the Stellar Business plan itself. Now, you notice that crossed out, the Stellar, the first tier, goes for $30.88. The Stellar Plus goes for $52.88. The Business plan, the third tier, goes for $98.88. When you guys get started using the links below, you're going to get access to a 50% discount. So take advantage of the links right below. And that way you can get started with any of these 3 discounted at 50% off of what you see, right here. So basically you'll be getting started with $15.44 for the first tier, $26.44 for the second, and $49.44. Now, the real question that you need to ask yourself is which of these 3 plans will be ideal for you? Only you can really decide this. I can't decide it for you. What I can say is this, guys, is that if you are a beginner to web hosting, you've never created a website at all online, I just recommend going with the Stellar plan. When you do that, it allows you to create 3 websites, which is probably more than enough anyway if you're a beginner, as you probably just need to, do 1 website. You'll be able to create 3 websites, and with that, you'll get 20 gigabytes of SSD storage. If you're into like network marketing, affiliate marketing, and you need to create multiple websites, I recommend going with either the Plus or the Business. The reason is because they allow you to, 1, have more resources, more space, and also you get unlimited websites. So again, you'll be able to create multiple websites on Namecheap's platform with the shared plan itself. Now, there's some things that you should know that really are different when you notice with the share and also with the WordPress side of things. The pricing is slightly different with the WordPress, the managed WordPress. This is a new product, the EasyWP. It hasn't been around a very long time, just a few months, and it was in beta stage when I initially tried it, the WordPress platform, but excuse me, but now it's out of beta stage. And so they worked out some kinks due to feedback, from customers, I myself. And thankfully, the finished product for EasyWP is up and it's running fine. So, you'll notice with these 3 tiers as well, in the WordPress managed side, if you're wanting something that's more automated, which are like the updates for like updating your site, that's really what you're getting for managed. A lot of web hosting companies out there do offer managed WordPress hosting. With Namecheap, everything is updated and managed for you. So with the 3 tiers that you'll see right here, it's ranging from $388 up to $1188. And basically the deal, if you get started today using the links below, the starter plan, you'll get it for $1, the turbo $2, and the supersonic for $3. The real difference between the shared and WordPress managed platform is this. With the share, you're very crunched when it comes to your resources and also the management of website traffic. With the managed side of things, you have more of an allowance of resources along with a higher volume of management for your web hosting, your web traffic that's coming into your website. I think that the managed EasyWP platform may be better for you if, one, you already have a lot of traffic already and you want to migrate your website over to Namecheap. If you have like a website itself that you feel that will be getting tons of traffic, then I think the managed side of things will probably be better for you. I say that because you'll see that you have an allowance of 50,000 visitors per month, 200,000 visitors per month for the Turbo, and 500,000 visitors for the Supersonic itself. So that's one of the amazing things about that. That's really different from the shared itself is that you do have a higher allowance of website traffic itself that the manage will allow you to do. Of course, with shared web hosting across the board with any web hosting provider out there, you'll know that obviously you'll be sharing one server with thousands upon thousands of people. So that can affect speed, uptime, and things of that nature. I mean, all web hosting providers across the board, including Namecheap, experience some form of downtime. That just comes with the playing field. If any web hosting provider out there tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. When you think about uptime itself, Namecheap maintains an average of 99.9% uptime across the board. But again, all web hosting providers out there do have some form of downtime, as downtime is needed to manage their servers, to repair the servers, the service, and give them maintenance. All web hosting providers do that. So Namecheap across the board is a very reliable web hosting provider. Of course, again, this is just one review of many. I mean, there are a lot of web hosting providers that are out there that you guys are going to come across. Just to be honest with you, but I think when it comes to if you're just getting started out, you're a total beginner to web hosting. This is your very first website that you want to create. I think you should just go with the shared side of things because obviously you won't have a lot of web traffic already, right? You're going to be starting from grade one. I recommend just getting started with the Stellar plan itself. You do that, and you'll be up and going within a few short moments. So I really like Namecheap across the board. What you will notice online, guys, just to be honest, you will notice that people have had very positive experiences with Namecheap. I've had very positive experiences with Namecheap, but you will see that people online have had also negative, experiences or bad, feedback, from them. And so, what I wanted to do for you guys, just to keep this review honest and unbiased. Of course, I do have a Namecheap account. I do have affiliate links that are right below. If you do use them, I do receive credit for them, and they allow me to produce videos just like this to help you guys to find, good resources that'll help you to get your website so online. So I do receive credit if you do use those links, but you also benefit by getting a deep discount on your web hosting should you decide to use those links below. I mentioned about positives and negatives that I wanted to highlight in this review because I feel like you should know everything, have a bigger picture of what to expect, with Namecheap. One site that I recommend looking at, and I'll leave a link below for you guys, is Trustpilot.com. Now, you'll notice that on Trustpilot.com, when you type in Namecheap in this block, you'll get this page that I'm already on. So I already, pulled it up before I started, recording this video. And you'll notice that based on 339 reviews that were left on Trustpilot's website, there's a 2-star rating out of 5. So that means that, again, according to the people that have left, reviews up here, this is how they feel about it. So again, I'm giving you guys my personal view on Namecheap, my personal experience, purchasing domains and creating websites using their platform. But again, other people feel differently. And I want you guys to know that as well, okay? If you like that, I'm showing you that, drop your comments below. Give this video a like. I work really, really hard to put these videos together, to keep it honest, and to give you guys all the information that you need to have before making a solid decision. Because again, it's your money that you're spending. You work really hard for it. And these reviews that I create online, I work really hard to investigate and to give you guys information that I feel that you should have before getting started. So with Trustpilot, again, is a 2 out of 5 star rating that's up here. You'll see that 40% say that Namecheap is excellent. 7% say that Namecheap is great. 3% say average. 4% say it's poor. But 46% say that it's bad. And if you want, this link will be right below in the descriptions portion of this video. And you'll see, again, some positive feedback. This is just in the last 16 hours. I mean, today is July 7th, and I'm making this video. 16 hours prior, this person wrote, "Brilliant company and support. Love them. Highly recommending them." If you drop down, you'll see a negative review. It says, "I purchased a VPS that had Ubuntu Linux." I don't even know what that is, but it wasn't actually Linux. So this person purchased a product that panned out to not be what they thought it was. It says, "Avoid this company, our scammer. Don't expect cooperation from the legal department. Horrible support." Some negative reviews that you'll see here clearly. Then you'll bounce back, and this person says they've been a 2-year customer. They gave him 5 stars. This guy, Carl Alexander, 5 stars, first class service. This is a negative comment. It says their tech support sucks. So that's another negative. Terrible. Amazing customer support. I have had good experiences with them. So again, you'll see a mix of reviews here, comments that customers just like you and me have left, on this website for Trustpilot. So you can go through all of these if you want to. I don't have time to go through them in this Namecheap review, but the point of the matter that I wanted to share with you guys is this. One, Namecheap has been around for a long time. They're primarily known and more popular for their name, their domain name purchases. So if you decide today that you do not want to use the web hosting side of things itself, I do recommend them for purchasing your domains itself. You can purchase your domain and point it to like another web hosting's name servers. Another web hosting provider that I absolutely love and use that I've used to create like 12 websites online, and that's Namecheap. So Namecheap, among some others, I really, really love Namecheap. If you go back to this very same site of Trustpilot and you type in Siteground, and up to date, I have 12 websites, 12 blogs that I have online that I've used Siteground to create. And you'll see something totally opposite. So, I mean, Namecheap has 2 stars that you saw. Siteground has 5. Crazy amazing customer support. They're very fast. They have amazing uptime. So obviously, I mean, there's a huge difference night and day between the reputation with Namecheap Online versus with SiteGround. Again, I do love Namecheap. I'm not trying to bash them, as a company, but as a reviewer and a user of both products, I think, in my opinion, Namecheap has been good to me. So if you do want to use Namecheap to not only purchase a domain, but perhaps a shared hosting plan or WordPress, like with the EasyWP, you can do that by using the links right below. But if you prefer to go with SiteGround, which is way faster than Namecheap, they have faster customer service. Again, you'll see that 94% say that is excellent, 1% say that is great, average, and poor, but 4% say that is bad. So 95%, a higher percentile of customers of the 2,000, well over 2,000 that have reviewed or left reviews here, say that SiteGround is excellent. And of course, you guys can just drop through and you can see the different reviews and comments that have been left there. And I mean, that's just one right there with 2 stars. So every web hosting provider out there online has negative feedback. You should know that. Every web hosting company online has negative feedback from somebody. Somebody is not going to like something that the web hosting provider does. And websites like this, have those, or they actually reflect those comments. So, what I'm coming at you guys at is one, just an honest, Namecheap review. You can make your decision at the end of the day if you're going to get started with Namecheap or not. I will include links as well as some other resources right below for you guys. I really, really want to see you successful online. I think, to be successful online with a website, it really starts with your web hosting. That's the absolute most important investment that you'll ever make in your business across the board. Your web hosting. That's where everything really starts. If you don't choose well, then you'll obviously have problems later. Both of the companies, both Namecheap and Siteground, have 30-day money-back guarantees, so you're good with that. With Siteground, if you use the link that's right below, you get a 60% discount off of your web hosting itself. So take advantage of that, guys, as well. I work really, really hard with these web hosting reviews, and I recommend. As for SiteGround, they have a really nice plan. The one that I'm using to create my sites online is the Grow Big plan itself. The Go Geek, you'll notice, allows you also to create unlimited websites, but I have the Grow Big plan. That's the one that I like and prefer over the three. So if you're a beginner, go with the startup plan. But if you're an affiliate marketer, network marketer, somebody who needs to create multiple websites for personal business use, I recommend just going with the Grow Big or the Go Geek plans today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button right now. I would really, really appreciate it, your support on this channel. Also, hit the subscribe button along with the bell, and that way any future videos, guys, that I put up, you'll be sure to receive them, okay? All right, so I hope you guys so much success in your endeavors of getting online in the next coming days. Take advantage of the links below and save big, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Much success.